Welcome, everyone, to the 5th edition of IoT Solutions World Congress. My name is Bonnie Gordon, and I'm the program director for the Congress. I'm so very excited about this year's lineup of speakers. End-user use cases dominate this year's conference program. You're going to hear tremendous stories about how IoT and enabling technologies are transforming industries. Every industry is undergoing digital transformation. This morning, you'll hear from McLaren Racing, and over the next few days from Hugo Boss, Carrefour Group, Anheuser-Busch, Johnson & Johnson, just to name a few. You'll also hear how the Industrial Internet Consortium is leveraging its ecosystem to have direct impact to industries in solving real-world problems. I would like to thank the program committee for all of their hard work over the last year curating this program. Your dedication to producing a world-class educational conference is really making a difference in moving this industry forward. If you see me walking the halls, please stop to say hello. If you have ideas on how we can improve the Congress for you, do let me know. Your feedback is welcome, and I look forward to meeting you all. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Richard Soley, President of the Advisory Board of IoT Solutions World Congress, Executive Director of the Industrial Internet Consortium, and CEO of Object Management Group.
Well, this year is kind of special, and I'll tell you why this year is kind of special. We've been talking about IoT for 5 years now, and we have some real exciting things to talk about. We're talking about how to use the technology in real applications in healthcare, smart buildings, smart cities, in manufacturing, in energy management, and many other vertical markets. That's what we're talking about this year. We're using IoT, not just talking about what's new and exciting about the technology. It's not a technology show, and you shouldn't treat it as a technology show. So if you see Bonnie in the hall, wake her up and say, no technology. We're talking about real success stories, and that's what we're going to see. Starting with the testbed floor. So please stop by the testbed floor. Stop by and see what's going on with real use of the technology in real applications today. And stop by the Industrial Internet Consortium's special booth where we have some number, about 10, whatever, some number. I don't know why I asked you, I can't see you. We have about 10 of our members talking about technology in use, in real use, but by applications today. I'm delighted to be in front of you today to talk about the new show. This show has been growing great leaps and bounds and is at 18,000 people this year, 16,000 last year. So it continues to grow, continues to be exciting, and I'm glad that you're here to join us and hear from an amazing gallery of politicians about why it's important, the digital transformation that we're going through, and some of the technology that will be going into those applications over the next several years. First, we have Señor Xavier Gatius, Secretario General de Políticas Digitales y Administración Pública de la Generalitat de Catalunya, the General Secretary of Digital Policies and Public Administration of the Generalitat of Catalunya. Please.
Secretario de Estado para el Avance Digital del Ministerio de Economía y Empresa, tercera tinent alcalde de l'Ajuntament de Barcelona, secretari d'Empresa i Competitivitat, directors, directores generals, resta d'autoritats, Mr. Richard Soley. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This year marks the 5th edition of IoT Solutions World Congress, which makes it the most important World Congress of the Industrial Internet of Things. Under the slogan, Digitalizing Industries, this week will be the world's showcase of the advanced digital technologies that are transforming industries in the fields of production, transport, health, utilities, and building and infrastructure management. This week, 16,000 professionals from 120 countries, 350 exhibiting companies, and 300 speakers will turn Barcelona into the world capital of the Industrial Internet of Things, for which we have to thank the organizers, Fira de Barcelona, and the Industrial Internet Consortium for making it possible. However, given that digitalization goes beyond IoT, in recent years, the fair has included emerging technologies with the greatest transforming effect, such as blockchains and artificial intelligence, whose presence is becoming increasingly relevant in the fair and the conference program. It has been calculated that by 2020, there will be between 20,000 and 30,000 million devices connected all over the world. In other words, nearly 4 devices for each human being. Furthermore, the arrival for 5G technologies will improve network services, incorporating intelligence and opening up a new range of applications in fields like driverless vehicles, remote control, and simulations environments. Added to this is the effect to artificial intelligence that, according to estimations, will increase the total global GDP by 14% in 2030. Combined with the development of blockchain technologies, new governance models, and the new patterns of technological leaderships will be created at a global level. We thus find ourselves in a globalized environment that is changing at remarkable speed, where digital technologies are a strategic level for positioning a country such as Catalonia at the forefront of this transformation of economy and society. The government of Catalonia is clearly committed to promoting this an ambitious strategy in the technology field. Our wish is to convert Catalonia, an innovative and leading country in many sectors, in one of the world's top digital advances nations. To demonstrate this conviction, for the first time, the government of Catalonia has the Ministry for Digital Policies and Public Administrations to lead these public policies from the top government level with a digital agenda that can place Catalonia as international digital pole based on a strategy supported by 5 pillars: empowered, trained and protect digital citizens, bounded territory with digital infrastructures and smart cities, 21st century governance and public administrations open, digital and efficient, cyber-secure country that protects citizens, companies and institutions, and finally, digital innovation as the driver of the new economy. Within this framework, boosting advanced digital technologies is a priority for the government, which has undertaken to deploy the strategies and specific action plans related to disruptive technologies such as IoT and 5G, blockchain, and artificial intelligence. In these regards, this year, the government has implemented 3 country strategies fully aligned with the topics we will see this week in the different congresses of this IoT Solutions World Congress. First one, Catalonia 5G strategy, approved in February of this year, and focused on the future connectivity where IoT will play a relevant role. The second strategy is the blockchain strategy of Catalonia, approved in June of the same year, and focused on the new digital governance models. And last, Catalonia artificial intelligence strategy, focused on data treatment capacity and automation, which we shall approve before the end of the year, once the participatory process has finalized. Last of all, IoT World Solutions Congress was a project led by the Catalan Ministry for Digital Policies and Public Administration, together with the Ministry of Business and Knowledge. Ever since the first edition, the government has supported the event and actively participates in its development. This year, let me put some examples. As regards IoT, we have a stand with 27 Catalan companies and tech centers. We organized the brokerage event that we expect to produce over 2,000 meetings. In relation of the blockchain field, we have a stand with 6 companies and tech centers specialized in that subject. And as a new feature this year, in relation to artificial intelligence, we have an AI demo zone with 9 companies and tech centers with solutions that include drones, robots, computer vision, and virtual agents. All in all, there are a total of 42 spaces with the most innovative IoT, blockchains, and AI solutions, which we hope you will visit. Before I finish, I would like to invite all of you to take full advantage of these days to discover new technological features, exchange experiences, and most importantly, make strategic business deals for the future of our company and organizations. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the fair.
I forgot to mention, sorry about that, but like last year, we have the program on a mobile app, and you should download the mobile app as soon as possible. It looks like that. And the app has a way to rate the sessions this year, because we want to make sure that you get what you need from the sessions. It's right over here, it's blinking, it says rate sessions, you can't miss it. So download IoT SWC and the program, and you can tell us what you think about the program, what you'd like to see updated, or what speakers are excellent and what speakers are excellent. Our next speaker today is Señora Laia Bonet. She's the Primera Teniente de Alcalde Ayuntamiento de Barcelona, the 3rd Deputy Mayor of Barcelona City Council. How did I do? I did okay. Yeah, okay.
Francisco Polo, secretario de Estado para el Avance Digital, Xavier Gatius, secretari general de Polítiques Digitals de la Generalitat de Catalunya, Richard Solé, President of the Advisory Board of the IoT Solutions World Congress and Executive Director of the Industrial Internet Consortium, Mrs. Bonnie Gordon, I don't see her, okay. Industrial Internet Consortium Program Director, ladies and gentlemen. It is our great pleasure to be hosting once again the IoT Solutions World Congress, and on behalf of the Barcelona City Council, I am glad to welcome you all to the city of Barcelona. The Internet of Things, together with artificial intelligence, 5G, blockchain technology, and industrial automation, are impacting on every aspect of our daily lives and are transforming the way we understand the world. And the key question here is, how can we place technology at the service of people? We strongly believe that the Industrial Revolution 4.0 needs to be more human-centered. We can't afford anymore to leave people behind. In this context, I would like to highlight Barcelona's commitment to address the challenges of a digital future, promoting an inclusive and sustainable technology development for the benefit of all its citizens. With the help of technology, innovations, and particularly through the Internet of Things, a data-driven society will bring a new reality for humanity, making our cities much more livable for all types of citizens. In addition, Barcelona is the mobile world capital and is currently shaping up as a European hub for 5G technology, leading its deployment in order to allow the uptake of the Internet of Things revolution. Moreover, in Barcelona, we have built small infrastructure projects such as the IoT platform Sentilo and the urban data platform CityOS. We are also using the Internet of Things to make the city more inclusive and accessible for disabled people. Barcelona is also becoming a key leader in 5G technologies, which will bring the technological revolution to the next level. Through the 5G Barcelona Public-Private Partnership, promoted by Barcelona City Council, we are promoting industrial development that in turn brings economic growth and attracts investment. However, a strong focus is also placed on ensuring that these services are equally accessible for everyone. But all revolutions involve new challenges. Besides the digital divide, there are also security threats, putting pressure on cybersecurity and data privacy. On this front, we are pioneering the project Decode to make sure citizens can control their personal data and share it on fair terms. We strongly believe that key concepts such as sustainability, privacy, inclusivity, ethics, and transparency must remain at the forefront of all discussions. That applies to all fields, but especially in the intersection between the Internet of Things and artificial intelligence. We should do so by bringing everybody together. We need a collective vision and engagement of all stakeholders to contribute to the development of a more human-centric Internet. An Internet that embraces openness, diversity, and inclusion, just as any city should do. An Internet that allows every citizen to take part in the online society. An Internet that empowers citizens and does not discriminate against them. Hosting this Congress here in Barcelona is a milestone in our desire to keep moving forward. It reinforces our commitment to technology, innovation, solidarity, and social responsibility. Your input is crucial in achieving the promise of IoT and in designing our future. So I call upon you, distinguished delegates, to come together to build a brighter future for all citizens. I wish you every success in shaping the future of IoT. I hope you have a fruitful Congress and enjoy your stay in Barcelona. Thank you very much. And once again, welcome to Barcelona.
I just want to say it's wonderful to have the support of political figures in the Barcelona Hospitalet area. It really tells you that there's a reason to be here in Barcelona, and it's not just because of the new 5 kilos you've gained. That was supposed to be funny, sorry. Our next speaker is Señor Francisco Polo. He's Secretario de Estado para el Avance Digital, Ministerio de Economía y Empresa. That's Secretary of State for Digital Advancement from the Ministry of Economy and Business.
Senyor director general de la Fira de Barcelona, senyor director executiu de l'Industrial Internet Consortium, autoritats, amics i amigues, bon dia. Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to speak at this opening ceremony. Catalonia is the land where I grew up. Therefore, it makes me very happy to see the city of Barcelona, my hometown, hosting international events such as this 5th IoT Solutions World Congress. So, first of all, on behalf of the government of Spain, I would like to say welcome. Welcome to Barcelona and welcome to Spain. Spain is not the country it used to be 40 years ago. Today, Spain is a constitutional democracy which upholds the rule of law and is a country of freedom. We are an advanced, open-minded, and diverse country. The composition of our government, in which more than 50% of the ministers are women, reflects this reality. Our health system is a worldwide benchmark, and our life expectancy is one of the highest in the world. Spain is an innovative country, home to more than 4,000 startups, and of course, here at Fira de Barcelona, it is home to the Mobile World Congress. We are proud to be a country of innovators, and I am convinced that public innovation will lead us to become the next startup nation. But today, we are here to talk about the Internet of Things. The IoT is not the future. It has already arrived. It is the present, and it is making Spanish industry increasingly productive and competitive. The Industrial Internet Consortium has hosted this annual Congress for the last 5 years. Like every year, real-world cases of IoT will be presented, applying fields such as transport, manufacturing, health products, energy, construction, and infrastructure. But we have barely started to see the potential of this trend. The turning point that will mark the definitive takeoff of IoT in our country is getting even closer. That turning point will be determined by 5G telecommunications networks. Today, Spain is ready to lead the next 5G revolution. Several circumstances make this possible. In the first place, 5G technologies rely on fiber optic infrastructure, and Spain has one of the most advanced broadband networks of all the OECD countries. We have more fiber optic cables deployed than the United Kingdom, France, and Germany put together. Secondly, Spain has more pilot projects underway than any other EU country. This fact has been recognized by the European 5G Observatory of the European Commission. This month, we have launched a call for applications for public assistance for 5G pilot projects with a budget of 45 million euros, and from which up to 11 projects nationwide will benefit. The existence of a large number of experimental projects highlights our country's potential in the field of 5G. These projects will allow us to identify the use cases and business models of the future. And the more such applications we can identify, the more strongly we will consolidate an ecosystem of cutting-edge platforms, services, and content. As I say, Spain is willing and able to be one of the first countries to deploy 5G technology. This is our government's goal. Since mid-2018, most of the technical and regulatory measures necessary to implement 5G networks in our country have been established. Measures such as the release of the 700 MHz spectrum band for terrestrial television broadcasting. This process is the cornerstone of the government's plans to make 5G possible. For this reason, we have dedicated all our capabilities and determination to ensure that the release of this spectrum band is completed before the 30th June of 2020, within the deadline established by the European Commission. And be sure, we will fulfill this commitment. But we do not intend to achieve 5G networks at the cost of our rights and freedoms. Having the best telecommunications networks will do us no good if the network infrastructure or the applications that run on these networks are not secure. The question of cybersecurity is of crucial importance to inspire confidence in the goods and services produced in Spain. Without cybersecurity, there will be no future for our industry. For this reason, Spain has been one of the countries that has strongly argued in EU councils of telecommunications that European networks must provide a common cybersecurity response in this area. We could not have chosen a better time to address this issue. With our 5G networks and the IoT all set to take off, it is now, just before these advances become a reality, that we must take action. Before this year ends, the European Commission will provide each member state with a toolbox to strengthen the security of European 5G networks. We do not know what the world will be like in 5, 10, or 20 years, but we can be certain that digitalization will accelerate and will lead the process of change. We can be certain that the digital revolution and its accompanying trends, such as 5G and the IoT, are unstoppable. But above all, we can be certain that this world of the future will be shaped by each and every one of us. We cannot leave the future in the hands of chance. Experience shows that digitalization, left to itself, results in greater inequality, and never in history has there been such a wider gap between the rich and the poor. Access to digitalization has become a new factor of social exclusion and territorial inequality. For this reason, it is our responsibility to guide this process. Digital governance is necessary to prevent this revolution from generating further inequality and injustice. Only that way we can bridge the digital divide and ensure universal access to the future opportunities of digitalization that digitalization will bring. And this responsibility must be shared by all, including businesses, the academic world, civil society, and of course, governments. Events such as the IoT Solutions World Congress enable us to keep up with the latest technological advances, the latest use cases, and the latest sector trends. But to govern digitalization, we must look a little farther afield. What kind of world are we helping to build? Digitalization raises many unknowns about our future life, our work, our health, our privacy, and much more. Let's answer them in our own way, by governing digitalization to make a better world. Thank you very much. Welcome to Barcelona, and welcome to Spain once again.
Okay, so this concludes the opening ceremonies for IoT Solutions World Congress, and the authorities will now exit to begin their tour of the exhibit floor. Everybody else, if you would still stay in your seats, we will begin the keynote portion of this morning's program. We have 3 wonderful keynotes coming up for you right now. Thank you.